Tell them we ain't taking no days off. Days off, taking no days off. Boys think I'm long gone way out. Days off, no days off. You can tell them we ain't taking no days off.
Well, welcome back to the Cornhole Journey. Rob Ice Price here with you with one of my friends from Black Sheep Baggers. It's Miss Katie Matthews or Hastings? Matthews?
Matthews.
How do
Hastings
we
is
say
my
it?
maiden name, Matthews, though. Hastings is my maiden name. So that's how people still from back home know me.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Hopping on to the Cornhole Journey with me
Yeah.
today. We want to talk about today your good run you had about 5 or 6 weeks ago at one of the shootouts. Remind us again, what city was that in?
We were in West Wago, Louisiana. So we were right outside of New Orleans.
All right. So how long have you been an ACL pro?
I'm a rookie. I'm a rookie this year.
This is
So
rookie year?
yeah, I was PDC last year. So I'm a rookie pro.
We met a year, just over a year and a half ago, or about a year ago.
Correct. I was a PDC player.
That's where I was confused. Great. So you've been a rookie now for halfway through the first season, and you were not really on the radar coming into this shootout in Louisiana.
No.
You're a good player, you're a strong player, but you're not listed in the same breath as the Cheyennes, the Rosies, the Samanthas, and some of those usual suspects. So how did you get hooked up with these awesome folks here? I got my Black Sheep Bagger shirt on.
Black Sheep.
You're a sponsored player.
I am.
So how did that happen leading into your rookie season? I guess you had it during your elite year?
I had it during my PDC year. So what was funny, that was my husband. So that's a shout out to Matt Matthews. So I was throwing kill shots. So that was the bag I used to throw. And Matt, when I was playing last year in Kentucky, so open, whatever the open was last year, my PDC year. And I made a really solid run. I was playing for the queen seat against Courtney Coy. And I ended up getting third. But again, I'm a no-name PDC player. And I had a really solid run. So Matt started talking to Black Sheep. I went over there and talked to them. I had introduced myself to them at the first open last year at Rock Hill, not this past year, but my PDC year. So 2023. And, I had said, yeah, I'm a PDC player, really excited, and I started throwing their bags there. One of their pros at the time said, you would love these bags. Well, I did. And they were.
I love the Costellos. Is that your bag of choice still?
So Costello X is, but I started with their Blackwater. So the Blackwater was very comparable and I loved it. So at Kentucky, Matt and I were playing doubles together and we just started throwing every Black Sheep bag. Probably not the smartest move. We made it to, I think we made tier 4. We threw every bag that Black Sheep owned, right? So we didn't make tier 1. We didn't even make tier 2. Didn't make tier 3. We were tier 4. And I said, let's go win it. And we did.
Did it.
And we were playing literally a new set of Costellos. And we won. And we were like, we don't even know how that just worked, but cool. So after that event, I spoke with Alex and Doug, and the next day I got the call on Sunday or Monday, and they said, we'd love to sponsor you. And that was it.
I bet they're happy now seeing
the
broadcast coverage of you use the X's in that game against Yetty. So let's walk through. So the match begins, the stats come up, and your PPR, Katie, it's not
low
at this point. It's 8.01. That's kind of pedestrian. But and your full bagger's 13%. So not great, but you're so blocky and muddy. Grind out wins. Meanwhile, Yetty on her side, she's a 9.28, 22% four bagger. On her name, she's a proven winner. The David in this Goliath and David story, 100%. So their last comments were, they said, Katie, she likes the block game and she's been working on her mental game.
Yes.
I mean, it's her birthday. So let's walk through these rounds and walk us through what you're thinking and what you're seeing and how you respond to what you see. So, all right. So Katie, here we are in round number 1. You got first bag.
Yep. That was supposed to be a block.
All right, so here it's going to end up being a 10-8 round in round one.
Mm-hmm.
You pick up 2 early points here. In round 2, we'll pick it up 4 in round 2. Now that first bag there, walk us through that first bag. It was an unusual, like level 3 kind of missed block there.
It was supposed to be a level 1 or level 2, obviously, just to kind of stay in that middle. That was a little bit of the nerves kicking in.
And then there you threw it right off the bag and you kind of went.
Yeah, I was just like, oh goodness, okay, lock it back in.
Yeah.
You know, that was not, if anything, that's supposed to be behind her, just to muddy it up, make her do something. And it was not intentional to go to the left. That's where I was trying to go right there, was to the right.
The right. Now she's going to go ahead and she pushes you in.
She pushes me in. And then my intention here was to actually scoot through those. I knew at this point she was probably going to go up.
Look at that back.
Yeah.
Airmail drag.
Yep.
And suddenly she's got the lead. Pick it up here in round 3.
Yep.
She's got first bag. I'm a big proponent of first bag matters. First bag matters. Does it matter to you as much when you have first bag or second bag, or does it really play into your strategy?
No, but I definitely like to sit. And so when I go in, I mean, it's fine. It's just, I really would prefer to, throw it in the middle and just kind of sit. Let's see what they do.
Now, here's a step up. You're trying to like semi-bully collect or replace collect.
Correct.
You end up throwing this bag and you miss. It goes off.
Yeah.
Now you've got several that you're looking up at the heavens. What is happening?
Yep.
She sits right behind. Not really her best bag, but she's put you in a tough spot.
In airmails, and I love airmails, and again, this was, I think, nerves. You just kind of shoot it short, and as you can tell, I shot it short.
There's the wow. What am I doing here? Let's clean this up. So 7-2.
She's up 7-2.
She's 7-2 now. Now you're a third of the way through, basically. Can you walk us? Let's pause here. Where is your head at right now?
I was okay. I wasn't having any panic. I really wasn't. I was just like, okay. I mean, it is what it is. My strategy is always just to muddy it up. So I knew going in.
Do that right now.
Yeah. And that was my strategy. Yep.
So you didn't panic. And here is a beautiful recovery round, folks. When you're down 7-2 early, watch what Katie does here. She takes advantage of the miss Yetty. Right now you're thinking +2. You're thinking 12-10, 12-10.
Correct. So this was not going to be the muddy round. This is the one when I said, you know what, just go in.
She just
right. And that's nerves. I mean, that's not typical of Yetty. I mean, it's just not. That's a nerve.
You took an extra break, an extra breath, nailed it. Now you're pumped up just like that. Bang, 7-7. Just like that. It's 7-7. Let's go forward to round 5. And these are 2 really good blocks to start. This is professional next level blocking. Okay, I want you to learn what she's doing here and walk us through what you're thinking about when you throw this first bag block.
I wanted to make her either come behind me, but I wanted to be in her way, and pushing through it's not as easy as it does, like some players make it look.
There's another one. Perfect bag.
Yep. They just make a push. Some people make a push look easy. I do like to pick up bags from the outside and or just block it up even more. I don't care if I sit behind her in that situation, because I know. Yeah.
You're over there breathing. You're just collecting yourself.
Yep.
And now it's mealtime, isn't it?
Yes. This is collect, go in, get 4. That was my thought. I'm like, worst case, because if she goes off, she could give up 4, and it's a 10-on-6.
You're fired up there, Katie. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's a big bag in a big moment. You're guaranteed, essentially guaranteed at least 2.
Guaranteed at least 2.
She does get to put this in to minimize the damage. So now you got the lead back. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go forward to round 6. It's going to end up being a 12-10 round. So now you're up 11-7. And you are just past the halfway mark. Where's your mindset right now? You talk about that mental game you've been working on. What's your mental game teaching you right now in this moment?
So honestly, just to stay in the middle at this point, and it gets, at that point, it was just stay in the middle. This is what's funny. Because I don't play typically a lot of round games, round 10 games, I really probably lost a little bit of focus that I was playing a round limited game. You're so used to playing full games, and so I was just like, stay in the middle. That was it. Probably needed to focus a little bit more. That was a limited game. So, but at that point, it was just, stay in the middle, because that's all you got to do, right, in this game.
Now, your third bag here, the dead bag. Is this just nerves, you think, or you missed your spot here?
Oh, that was absolutely. Yeah, that was just, that focus, I kind of just, yeah, it was just one of those things. And at this point, I said, just push through it. Just go through her bag.
Go through her bag. So you got your 10. And she'll end up making a mistake here, I think, because her first bag, you see it at the top. It's 3 more points. It's now 14-7, and then round 8 happened.
Yeah.
This round could have defined you for the rest of the season.
Yep. Could have.
Walk through in real time what happened here, because this round, I call it a disaster.
Oh, this was a disaster. So
first bag, walk us through it.
Again, that was to stay in the middle. It's supposed to be a block. So I have, on this shot, I have actually a cut around on a shot like that that'll drip on the back. So that bag should have dripped. It should have cut back in. So at this point, I'm not bailing out of it. I'm thinking I can still collect it. I should have bailed out, right? So she goes in at this on this next one, and she does a great job.
Outstanding bag, which is just what you're supposed to do.
Which is what she's supposed to do.
Pick up your own garbage.
So here I am thinking, all right, I'm going to go for this again and collect. I'm going to get a 10. So all of a sudden that happens, and now I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And of course, she throws a faster bag, a little bit faster than mine, a little bit more slinky.
And
there's a 9. So now
the lead against you. You had complete command of this match through the first, essentially 7 rounds. And then, so when this happens, gang, if you're playing cornhole and you get just dinged like this, watch what happens in round 9. This is what I think defines your champion's heart, Katie. Because round 9, well, break it down.
So she goes to the right, and at that point, I knew I could use that as a bumper. And at this point, I'm like, go in. Like, we're not trying to mess around.
Block you right now.
No. Because at this point, I know I need OT. I know I need to score 2.
And then this happens. She gives you side two bumper bags.
2 bags, 2 bumpers. So I'm at least right now, I know I can pick that up. That was supposed to go in. But I was okay with it because I'm in the hole enough that even if she does what she just did, she's going to take me in. So again, I'm still going to.
Better than in sometimes, right? Better than in.
It is. And at this point, I'm going in. I'm just going to go in because I'm not going to throw up any blocks at this point. So again, this is me going in.
Look at your reaction. Boom. Okay.
So at this point, I know I'm up 2. Now I'm going to go back to a block game because I know at this point, she's going to have to do something different. So I need to try and, again, stay in the middle, throw a block game. And of course, my first bag, nerves kick in a little bit. And that was obviously supposed to be more in the middle. But I wasn't upset about it because it was, at this point, I'm up 2. It's on her. She's at least got it. Worst case, I give a 10, she throws a 12.
You're going overtime.
We're going to go overtime. And I wasn't worried about it. So here, this is me going, nope. I'm not. A little bit. Yep. I was not going to give it to her. I knew I needed to be there.
Were you trying to block in that
Yes.
bag? Okay, you were. That was an intentional block, kind of a pinch block, and she forced her to call timeout.
Correct. Because she's using me in my back bag, as you can see, that's going to be her bumper. And pushing through 2 bags, she has a hard enough throw. She can do that.
Okay.
But I needed to make her do that.
Okay. And there's the moment. You sense it right there. She goes off the board. What do you think? Because the wind's right here now. What do you do to stay in the moment?
So stay in the middle and push my bag in. That's it. So my thing was, I want to have a replace bag. So I want to push that in and replace.
Perfect.
And
Now she's got to do some kind of miracle step out, collect.
Yep.
Really, to make it 9. Well, she can't win, can she? Because she has a bag off. She has to knock one of your bags off.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, she tried to.
And that was 4.
There it is. 8-4. You win 22-16. Congratulations again. That's awesome. On your birthday.
On my birthday.
Well, that was quite a win. And now, how has your life changed in the last 4-6 weeks? Both reputation around the boards with other pros. Do you get more atta girls, or do you have maybe a bit more street cred, or is it temporary street cred, or how has things changed for you since you won?
Oh boy. So that's funny. Windsor was tough. My next national was pretty rough. I actually felt more pressure. Yeah. So it's that target's out there. And so it's a little different.
Yeah, they know you now. They're coming after you now, the hunted, not just the hunter.
Yeah. So it's just a different now I had to refocus. So this last event that we just played in Minnesota, I felt way better. Nerves weren't a problem. I had some bag issues in the sense of I can be hard-headed about my bag choice. Sometimes if the bags aren't moving, I love my X's, but if the X's aren't moving, I need to move to a faster bag.
Gotcha.
So I can be a little hard-headed, and that's my own fault. I feel more mentally focused now after getting through Minneapolis. Windsor was tough. Windsor was a hard one.
Are these mental focus assisting you through podcasts or books or your husband or fellow players? What's your content you're taking in that's helped your mental focus game?
So I've worked with Michelle Thompson. That's who I'm working with this year. She's been huge for me. I do read a lot of books, a lot of just working on your mental game books that I got to think of the author's name. I'll have to send it to you. But he has been an amazing help for me in the sense of just your focus and your positive talk to yourself. What we tend to do is we're so negative, and I will fall back in that trap. And so I need to be nicer to myself. My arm has gotten me here.
That's so good. That's great advice. Be nice to yourself when you're playing.
Nice to yourself. Well, Michelle's helped me with that.
You need a friend in those quiet moments in your head and those stressful shots. You don't need an enemy inside your own head.
No, it's tough. It's hard enough, So it's
again, Katie. I'm so proud of you, fellow bag brother. I should say fellow black sheep bagger.
Black sheep bagger.
ACL and ACL is the black sheep bagger. So well done. Keep it going, and you're on the radar now. You're on the radar. So we're watching.
Yes. Well, thank you. I love it. I appreciate it.
God bless you guys. Okay. Thanks for watching the Cornhole Journey with Katie Hastings-Matthews, champion of the women's singles shootout, national singles.
National. Yeah. So. There you go.
Tell them we ain't taking no days off.